What if I told you that 90% of investors make the same critical mistake when it comes to risk, and it's costing them hundreds of thousands of dollars over their lifetime? As a financial advisor, I see this. People either take on too much risk and potentially lose sleep at night, or they play it so safe that inflation eats away at their purchasing power like termites in the foundation. But here's what's fascinating. The solution isn't found in some complex financial formula. It's actually something that anyone that fly fishes understands instinctively. And once you get this concept, you'll never look at your investment portfolio the same again. So let's start with the foundation. Number one, know your waters. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Your risk tolerance isn't really about the markets, it's about you. When I'm out on the water fly fishing, one of the most important things to understand is how to read the water. Certain currents trout are more likely to be in than others. You take a slow current on the edge of fast water, that seam is a great bet. I've worked with a client that loved the upside of the market. But when the market pulled back, the client wanted me to do some selling and move funds into cash, that type of thing. So the truth is the client could not really accept the risk that they thought they could. So the challenge is not the markets. The markets will always go up and down. Who you need to be able to read is you. Ask yourself 3 questions. How much can I afford to lose without changing my lifestyle? How much market volatility can I handle emotionally? 10% swings? 40? Seriously, do a gut check. And also, how much time do I have to recover from losses? Ask yourself that question. Now, write down your answers. Your true risk tolerance lives at the intersection of these 3 factors, not necessarily in some online questionnaire. Now, number 2, diversify your fly box. What is a big mistake both investors and fly fishermen make? They put too much faith in one magic solution. There are fly fishermen who always show up to the stream and will only fish one way. Maybe they only want to fish with big streamers. But what if the trout care more about a mayfly nymph than they do your streamer? Now you can go home skunked. The best anglers carry dry flies for surface feeding, nymphs for subsurface, streamers for aggressive fish or when waters are off-colored. They don't just diversify, they diversify with purpose. Your portfolio needs the same strategic diversity. You need growth for long-term wealth building, bonds for stability, international exposure for global opportunities, and maybe some alternative investments for volatile market conditions. Let's consider an example of somebody that, let's say, they have all their investments in one target date fund and a 401k. Is it truly diversified? Is it largely in one asset class? Maybe it's just too focused on just large stock companies. Take a look under the hood is a good idea. Look at your current allocation. If a lot of your assets are in any single asset class or geographic region, you may be fishing too much with one fly. And it's time then to diversify your fly box. Now, if we haven't met, I'm Craig Thompson. I'm an owner at a fiduciary retirement planning firm called Fourth River Financial Group. If you feel this information is valuable, and if you'd like some more information or financial planning help, here are 3 options for you to consider. 1, sign up for the Streamside Financial Cast Retirement Tips newsletter. A link is in the description box below and in the comments section. Number 2, if you're close to retirement, then consider taking the retirement quiz. A link for that will be in the description box below and also in the comments section. And number 3, reach out to me directly for a complimentary retirement planning session. My contact info is here on the screen and also in the description box below and in the comments section. Number 3, match your risk to your season of life. Here's what separates good investors from great ones. They understand that risk tolerance isn't static. It changes with seasons of your life. Experienced anglers know you don't necessarily use the same technique in March that you use in July. Early season, the fish are sluggish and you need to go deep and slow. In the summer, they may feed more aggressively. When you're fishing in the winter, you normally want water that's maybe knee deep or deeper and flowing no more than walking speed. Boring water, basically. But in the summer, they may move up into the riffles where the water is way more oxygenated. The technique that works in winter might fail miserably in the summer. Smart anglers adjust their approach as conditions change. Now, your investment approach should evolve too. In your 30s and 40s, you can weather storms and take more risk for higher returns. In your 50s, you start shifting towards more stability. In your 60s and beyond, capital preservation may become increasingly important to you. But here's the key, it's just not about age. Major life changes, marriage, divorce, job loss, inheritance, these all can change your risk tolerance immediately. I had a client that was comfortable with her investment setup, but she got ill. I could see a change in her demeanor regarding her investments. She was always conservative, but liquidity became a much higher priority, leading me to actually make some changes that would accompany her current situation. Now, here's the thing, review your risk tolerance annually and immediately after any major life change. What worked last year might not work this year. And remember, this is a mental gut check, not an online questionnaire. Here's my question for you. When you look at your current portfolio, does it match who you are today or who you were 5 years ago? Please drop your thoughts in the comments. Now remember, the 3 principles. Know your waters by understanding your true self, your true risk capacity. Diversify across asset classes and strategies, and match your approach to your current life season. Risk tolerance isn't about being brave or conservative. It's about being honest with yourself and strategic with your choices. Just like every successful day on the water starts with choosing the right equipment for the conditions, every successful retirement journey starts with understanding your relationship with risk. Take the time to know your waters, prepare your fly box, and fish the season of life you're actually in, not the one you wish you were in. Take care, tight lines, and I'll see you in the next video.